Meeting of the Library Advisory Committee for the City of St. Pete Beach. It's Thursday, September 21st, 2023, 2 p.m. I would like everybody to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Okay, Member Borgia?
Present.
Member Kennedy?
Present.
Chair Cohen? Chair Cohen?
Present.
We have a quorum.
Okay. All right, we have 3 members here, so we have a quorum. Do we have any audience comments? I'll recognize anybody from the audience that would like to come up and speak. No? You just want to watch? Okay, that's fine. Any additions to the agenda or that you see it before you?
I have one thing, if it would be okay. There's a conference at the Tradewinds right now called Novelists Inc. And a friend of mine attends it every year. She stayed with me this week and she said, see if there's anything we could do with programming. So I thought maybe we could talk about that a little bit.
Okay. We can do that. Let's do that when we get to discussion items,
Yes.
okay? And I'll let you go ahead and speak about that some more. Approval of the minutes from March 30th, 2023. Does anybody have any corrections or additions? Anyone? No? Somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right.
I'll second them.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No? Minutes are approved. Okay, the 2024 schedule will be,
It's on the back of,
I failed to, okay, the
Oh, yeah.
March 21st. 2024. There we are. Thank you very much. I did not bring the second page. So March 21st, 2024, September 19th, 2024. Let me pause on that one for just a moment and check something on the calendar. Jewish holidays occur in September, and I want to make sure that that is not any holidays. No, we're good. All right, sometimes they fall in September. I just wanted to be sure. All right, so those will be our meeting dates next year, March 21st, September 19th. Those are both the third Thursday of the month at 2 p.m. Okay, and we'll have an election of officers in March. Are the elections, city elections before that? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I think next year, District 2 and 4 are up for elections.
correct.
So if I remember, this was 1 and 3 this past year.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 and
So
4.
2 and 4 next year.
In February, yeah.
Okay. Discussion items.
Can I get a
I'll turn
motion?
that over to you.
Can I get a motion on that of approval of the 2024 meeting schedule?
Oh,
Oh, we have to approve the, does anybody have any discussion about approving the next year's meetings?
I make a motion to approve next year's meetings.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, dates are approved. Sorry. went over that. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you now, Betsinda, for your discussion of the summer reading programs and upcoming programs.
Thank you very much. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you all very much for your service here to your community and your library. We appreciate your time and your effort. I'm sure that there are things that you'd rather do with your days some days, but you continue to come here and serve, and we appreciate that. And on the back of your chair is a little thank you gift from the city for your contributions to this committee and other committees that you've been on in the past. So we thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the contributions of Betty Norberg, who recently passed away at 98 years old, and all the members of the St. Petersburg Beach Community Club who started the library way back in 1951. Without Betty and other dedicated members of the community, including yourselves, there may not have been a library. So we appreciate your help today, and Betty and all the community club members from previous times. Thank you. Past programs, including the summer reading. Since our last meeting in March, we've presented programs on physical and mental health. We had a cat adoption event, craft programs for adults and kids. We added documentary and foreign films to the lineup of movies, which already included fictional movies for all ages. We've had local presenters lecture on local history, butterflies, reptiles, and we had a visit from a princess. Hoping to capitalize on our trend toward getting the library patronage back up to pre-pandemic levels, which we managed to do in March, I'm very pleased to announce. We concentrated on creating a robust summer reading program. During June and July, we offered 74 active programs, and we saw attendance of over 1,200 people for those programs. Last year's numbers were 48 and 503 respectively. So the jump was enormous, the turnout was enormous, and we had a terrific increase over last year. We also offered 16 self-directed activities, and we had a response of 819 participants. Those include both children and adult programs, and so people just love to see what we've got going on in the library and take home some activities and come back and show us what they've done. So in-house activities and take-home activities have been just phenomenally well received. Collaborations with other organizations in the past have included the Back to School Bash with Recreation and the Fire Department. And we did a health series from Baycare directed toward encouraging kids to eat healthy meals. And that was a 6-week program. Can I go on to upcoming programs?
Absolutely.
Okay. The Friends of the Library will be sponsoring some programs, including hosting Agatha Christie as part of the Friends of Library Week in October. So please come and meet Agatha. She has a lot to say about writing mystery books. They're also sponsoring a local author showcase and the Friends annual meeting in November. I'd like to mention that as part of the proposed fiscal year budget, we've requested an increase in the amount of funds we have for performers and instructors. It seems this is an area also hit with inflation, and we want to offer some high-quality entertainment and programming, along with all of the staff-led programming as well. Which isn't to say that these programs are lower quality when they're done by staff. In fact, our story time numbers are through the roof. We're almost exceeding the capacity of our community rooms, so our staff-led programs are well received, but we're hoping to get a little more variety with our paid programmers. Since the summer reading programs are primarily geared toward children, and and keeping the summer slide at bay, we're planning a winter reading program as well that's going to be geared toward adults, just in time to welcome back our seasonal residents. We also want to replicate the success we had with the outdoor spring concert series last year, so we're going to be bringing that back as well. So stay tuned for announcements on that series. I'm excited to announce that the library has applied for and was approved for a do-it-yourself exhibit from the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History titled Exploring Human Origins. The Friends of the Library are considering sponsoring and funding this exhibit, and we're hoping to display this in the library in March and April, and then later in the year take pieces and parts of the exhibit to other facilities in the city so that we can show all the residents this wonderful exhibit. That's almost it for me. As always, if you know of a person in your community, in your friend group, who is an expert in their professions or in their hobbies, please encourage them to present a program at the library. Local people have a wealth of information and knowledge that they would love to have the opportunity to share, and local people also are guaranteed to bring in a good group of people to see this information. So if you know of anybody, please send them our way, and we'll get them in touch with Alexa, the programming librarian. One last announcement. Today is the start of a new database called Freegal. This is free music streaming and free downloads for people who have St. Pete Beach Library cards. It's free to you. There's no advertisement. Some of the other music streaming platforms are costly. If they're not costly, there's advertisements associated with that. But Freegal is completely free to you. You're allowed 3 downloads per week and 5 hours of streaming per day. And this database for the first year has been funded by the Friends of the Library, so we thank them for that. Hopefully we'll get enough use and we'll get the word out, and it'll be hugely popular and continue to receive that funding from the Friends. So spread the word. Free music, free and legal with Freegal.
Very good. All right, well, thank you. I have one item to bring up under the discussion items, and that in that I'm representing the Friend of the Library Board, and several members of that board would like to be able to set up a table at the Sunday markets when the Sunday markets begin again, and not quite sure who they should be approaching to get permission to do this. And I said I would bring that to this meeting and see if anybody has any suggestions of who they should.
I wonder if an audience member can help us with that.
See, we knew you'd have to get away from the last.
Oh, we have somebody, yes.
Hi, Jennifer McMahon, Chief Operating Officer here. The Sunday market is going on. It hasn't stopped, but it's a new company that is organizing it. So it's Penguin Productions is the name of the group. Whoever's interested, is the Friends group or?
This is the Friends of the Library Board who would like to set up a table with the library information, calendars. There are so many people in the community that come to the Sunday market that may not really know what happens at the library and all the things that are offered. So this was just an idea that came up at our last board meeting, and I said I would bring it up today. And I don't know what's happening as far as the Sunday market goes.
Sunday market is on every Sunday, and I'll send the contact information to Betson, and she could share it with the board on who to contact directly for that. But I'm sure they would love to have it as a part of them.
So should I have, the 2 people that would volunteer to do this, should I have them contact you?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you leave,
Yes.
or before we adjourn, if you'll give me your phone number and everything, how to contact you, I will pass that information on. Oh, that's great. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer.
And Vincent, a couple things I was thinking about, I didn't know if you wanted to mention if budget passes Saturday, the library page.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
I thought of something else, but I forgot.
Okay. Thank you.
Judy, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes, we thought it was a great idea too, because we would like to have a way just to get public information out about the library, perhaps get some new members and the new programs that are available. And people don't necessarily come into the library, but they will come to the Sunday market. And even if they just pick up a handout or a brochure, it could create some interest. So
Excellent.
I'll go ahead and follow up with this. I'll give this to people that were interested in doing this. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you. You had something you'd like to tell us about.
Yeah, there's a conference that happens at the Tradewinds every September. It's called Novelists Inc., and they're writers from all over the country, but a lot of them are from here. And I have a friend from Dallas who comes in. This year she came early and spent a couple days with me. She was telling me, you know, they have all kinds of different programs and stuff. I said, well, do you do anything with the community? And she said, there are a few people that have like fan bases here or something that have done like a luncheon. And she said, what kind of programming would you be interested in? So they're meeting all week. So I told her I would get back to her if we had any ideas of types of things you might want from them to do while they're here. They're here for, usually they start on Tuesday and end on Saturdays when you're here.
Lovely, thank you. We would love to partner with them in any way that we can, whether we go there, whether they come to us, whether some authors come to us. I would definitely give you my business card to send to them, and let's get together. Let's talk about these things. And this is exactly the kind of advocacy I'm hoping for from the Library Advisory Committee, so thank you very much for that. I'll give you my business card, and we'll get together and get some ideas going. If not for this year, certainly for next year. We'll plan ahead and we'll have it
It's kind
well
of have to
advertised.
be for next year, because I just got talking to her about this on Monday, so.
Yes, we'd love to partner with them. Thank you.
Well, even aren't we contemplating an author's night with just local authors coming in and people being able to ask the questions or about their books or whatever they want? And maybe there would be some other authors that we don't know about hiding from us.
Yes.
She was gonna try
So
to
that's
find
good.
out for me who was local or within a short drive of here, so that would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be great.
We love to have authors come over to the library, and as Judy mentioned, there's a local author evening event coming on November 1st. So we've got 14, I believe at last count, we had 14 local authors who are going to participate in the event. So we'd love to do this on a regular basis as well, the local author events. So
That's wonderful. All right, does anybody have anything else for that?
Betsy, I was just going to ask, related to all these excellent programs, do you know the attendance per month on average at the library? Maybe let's start with during winter months. Do you keep track of that?
because
Not just programs, but just people coming in the door to...
Yes. We are required to keep statistics on many, many things for the state of Florida. So we have a door count. We count the number of programs. We count the number of attendees at those programs. And that's ongoing. We've got statistics from years and years and years ago. And we do that daily. We count statistics, how many books go out, how many renewals there are. You can't imagine the number of things that we count in a regular day. And that's how I know that our March numbers for door count were pandemic levels. And that's how we know that our summer reading program was so much more successful than last year, because we keep that data. We keep all of those statistics. We report to the state twice a year, once at the end of each fiscal year, and then again we report specifically on the summer reading program. So the state keeps all of that data. And do I remember off the top of my head the door count figures for last month? No, it's in the thousands for each month, and I'm happy to send out those statistics for you.
Well, I was just curious. I know a couple of years ago it was at about 500 a month when the library was being renovated, and I kept thinking there's no other facility in the city that gets that kind of patronage and activity on a daily basis. And if it's grown from 500 to 1,000, that's tremendous. I'm not sure that everybody knows how many people come into the library each day. That's quite a large number, 1,000 people.
Thank you. I agree with you that a lot of people don't know. We still have people coming in saying, people still use libraries, but they do use libraries because we offer so many things. We're not just a depository for books anymore. We have online programs, we have the events at the library, we have puzzles and games, and we check out a library of things as well. We currently are checking out pickleball kits, ukulele kits, book and craft kits for kids. We have artwork that is available to check out and take home. And our latest, funded by the Friends of the Library, are Tony boxes, which are audio boxes simple enough for children to use themselves, with characters reading storybooks to them. And these Tony characters are characters that the kids recognize from their TV shows, from their beloved books, from their favorite performers. So the kids come over and they pick up Cookie Monster and they put him on the box, and Cookie Monster talks to them. We have 2 Tony boxes and more than 20 Tony characters. James and the Giant Peach, Big Brown Bear by Eric Carle, PJ Masks and Gabby's Dollhouse. I don't know if you've heard of those. Those are the latest crazes. And some of those characters also help children calm down before bedtime. It's a bedtime meditation app character geared for children. So people are coming in because there's so many things, so many things that we do at the library that serve everybody. Our computers.
Oh, yeah. That's why I think somebody at the market, which is really well attended, just to let people know about the programs and the services of the library.
I know.
That's a great idea.
I thought it was a great idea of the people that brought it up and are willing to do it.
Yeah.
That would really help the library, the friends, everybody, and the community.
And I'm not sure that everybody knows what a stellar bookstore we have inside the library. These are new and gently used items of all varieties, books, DVDs, music CDs, very reasonably priced, always very well curated and kept neat. And so that's also another reason to stop in.
And that's a great fundraiser for the friends.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing, and the books come back to us over and over and over.
They do. They do. I do have one other.
Books.
Yes, I do have one other thing that I'd like to mention. If the budget is approved as it stands in the coming weeks, the library is going to be partnering with the folks at USF to hire a library page position who presents on the autism spectrum. As you know, we have partnered with the Center for Autism and Related Disorders, and we are an autism-friendly library now. We are offering sensory-friendly browsing hours before the library opens, once a month, and if it becomes more popular, we'll do it more often, so that folks on the autism spectrum, whether they're children or adults, can come into the library when it's quieter, we've got the lights down, we have dedicated staff to help. And so as part of that partnership, we're also hiring somebody on the autism spectrum so that we are not just talking the talk, we're walking the walk, and we're helping community members get used to interacting with folks who are on the autism spectrum, because we're all a big community.
That's wonderful.
Tremendous.
That was really
Yeah,
wonderful.
That's great.
All right. Does anybody have anything else that to bring up? No? Well, that is everything on our agenda. So if somebody would like to make a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I
All right.
second.
There are a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody? It's approved. Okay. Meeting is adjourned. Next meeting is March 21st, 2024.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you all.